In this video, we're talking about creating and using a signature on all of your emails. So here I've sent myself an email message that you can see in my Outlook web app screen. And these lines at the bottom below the word sincerely, I didn't type these lines. These were part of an automatic signature, which I've now deleted and will recreate so that you'll see how this works. One more reminder. As an adult professional employee of the school, it would make sense for me to include the school's address. I don't think that's necessary for you to put in your signature. Your signature lines can include whatever information you want. And please remember that I cannot advise anyone to put their personal home address in an email signature, especially as a young student. Please do not put personal information in a signature that you're going to send on every one of your emails. Be very selective who you share that information with. Okay, I'm going to change screens. In Outlook web application, there is also a version of Outlook professional software which has many, many more options than the web application. But of course, it's great to have the web application for email so that anywhere in the world, when you want to check your email, all you need is access to the internet and a web browser. So the web application contains fewer features, but it's much more available to you. So in the Help menu, I looked up how do I create a signature, and here's the simple steps that you need to follow. So if you prefer to follow written directions, you could pause the video right now and follow these steps on your own. If you prefer to watch as I go through the steps, that would be fine also. So I'm going to take us through these steps. I'm going to go first and find the options and find the setting for email signature. So I'm going to change screens back to my web app, and here I find up in this top area, this question mark always means the help menu. So when you're looking for how to do something, that's the place to go. But right next to it, here is my choice for options. And anytime we see a triangle, of course, we know there's a pull-down menu. And I don't see signature appearing as one of the choices, although you might wish later to investigate these options for setting up your own email. But we're going to go to seeing all options. And over here, again, more choices that you might wish to investigate. But we were directed to go to settings. So I'm going to click on the settings button. And these are all different options that you may investigate for setting up your own email, but I'm going to stick with the Mail tab. This is the only one that you need to do right now. And under the Mail tab, the left-hand pane is all we need to fill in to get our email signature. So for my signature, yours could be completely different. So I'm going to put my name, and I'm going to leave a space, and I'm going to put my email address. I guess that's not my email address. Let's try that again. hardge@muhs.edu. You might think it's silly to put your email address there since it's at the top of any message that I send anyway. And then, as an employee of Marquette High School, I might decide to put the school's address there. And I've already copied that to the clipboard so that this video can be a little shorter. Type whatever you want here, and notice that we can format it as you wish. You could personalize it. In the professional version of Outlook, what I would have added is an actual image of my signature. But in the web version, we don't have the option to insert an image into our signature. You might say, well, I'd like my signature to actually appear in, for example, a script font. But if you pull down the menu for your choices of fonts, you'll see that they're rather limited. But you might say, well, why don't I at least make my name in a different font, so you might choose, and I'm not telling you you should do this, you should personalize it as you wish, but you might choose a different font and you might say, well, I'd like my name to be a little larger than the rest of the message, or I might want to use bold or italic. You might choose to make it a different color than the rest of the message. Those are all your options, and you may decide. You may have received plenty of emails where instead of an address here, as part of the signature, many people put an inspirational quote. This, of course, is not very inspirational. But if you see that someone always has some sort of message, a personal message on their email addresses, it is part of the signature. So you decide what you're going to put in this signature box, and it will appear whenever you choose to use your signature. Now I have a small window here, so I have to scroll. You maybe were already seeing this last choice. I can click the box and this signature will appear on every message that I send. You don't have to attach it to every message. You can just choose to attach it when you want. For now, why don't you click the box? You can come back here and change your mind later. So I'm going to add it to every email. I'm going to click Save. And then you could stay here and investigate other options, but I'm going to go back to Mail. And now let me do a new message. And let me drag my screen in here so you can see it in the video screen. So notice that when I started the next message, those signature lines, whatever I saved, appeared here automatically. And then I can just click up here and I can start my email message to whoever I'm going to send it to. If you have it clicked to automatically attach your signature, and then you say, well, this person doesn't need this, I'm sending this email to my mother, she already knows this, well, then you could just highlight that information and delete it. So it's not that it has to stay. You can change your mind about your signature, but it saves you from having to retype over and over again. And that's all there is to doing a signature in Outlook web app.